Hello and happy Tuesday. Once again, here we are all gathered together for Get the Skinny on Beachbody Coaching Weekly Chat. And the gang's all here except for poor dear Hannah. She's a little bit under the weather, but she'll be back with us next week. But in the meantime, we have the lovely and vivacious Shelley Kraft, the long-haired metal rocker, Tom Birkenmeyer. Tom Birkenmeyer.
Tom Birkenmeyer.
I'm more offended. I'm more offended you called me a rocker than you butchered my name, just so you know.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It's all rock and roll to me. Okay. Amethyst Smith and Lisa Driscoll Kent. And I'm Kelly Driscoll. And yes, I am related to Lisa. And we are here tonight to talk about vision, the importance of having a vision when you are, whether you're a healthy lifestyle coach or any other type of entrepreneur, why having a vision is important and what a strong vision can do for you. So we're going to just kind of have a round robin conversation. Everybody's going to jump in and, give their 2 cents about vision, maybe what their vision is for their coaching business, their entrepreneurial endeavor, and what it's meant to them, and how maybe you come up with that vision. How do you get to a powerful vision to drive you forward in your business? And perhaps some of us will have questions to ask one another to help us on our journeys developing our own vision. So anything goes. Let's talk about vision.
I have a question.
Yes, Lisa.
When you start with, now we all have a why, and vision is different. The vision is something that you can just visualize so much it's tangible, a thing, a goal.
Mm-hmm.
When I first started, the vision that I had was one where Mara and I went to Paris. We did all these lovely things at her graduation. She graduated last year. Where do you go to get the second vision?
Where do you go to get the second vision? Like once you attain, are you saying once you attain?
Right. I've got that thing. I attained it. It was wonderful. It was a little different than expected, but we got there. Now, I need a new vision. Where do I dig?
That's an excellent question. Who wants to chime in?
Is what I would think.
What, Shell?
I said, where do you feel like something's missing? Where is your heart leading you? I know you like to travel. Are there places in your heart you want to go to? Are there, places you want to go to with specific people that maybe you've already been, but you want to be there and experience it with your kids? Or is there you want to retire at a certain age and be able to move to a cabin by the lake and, what do you want to do?
Yeah, as I travel, I've decided to travel every year and go each year to a place that I haven't been before. So that would be a good stepping stone because I'd have a little something in each one and I can add to it. I can think about, if I want to take somebody with my family, if I do it, how can I attain that goal? What do I have to work hard for to get to that goal? Yeah, I do that and didn't even think in my head that it would be a vision.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something?
Yeah.
And if you're not aware of it, it's not vital. It's not as driving. If it's something that you do in between of the other things that you're doing that you're obligated to do, and but if it's the end of what you're working so hard for to do. Cool. I'm going to work on that. Thank you, Shelley.
No problem. And the video that Kelly asked us all to watch, one of the things that Ruth, who did the video, was saying was to take 5 minutes a day and just live in your vision, and that will help to drive you to make it a reality because it will make it more real. So
when I heard that part, I thought about the book that you referenced the last time we talked, or the time before that, the mindset book.
Yeah.
No, my son has it. I had it right behind me, yellow cover. Mind and programming and the loops, having that little something that you see every day that reminds you of something. Like the little piece of paper I had from Mara on my computer that says stay strong, be positive. And just having those things, and not so much like a big huge vision board, but just little piece to focus on. It's very similar to that.
Yeah, the thing I liked about Ruth's, I mean, I thought Ruth's video was excellent, and it is from a couple of years ago, but in a very short period of time, I mean, she really kind of encapsulated, what vision is, and to a great extent, and this is something that Tom says a lot, but he's got his microphone off.
Such a child.
I know, he is such a child. So, but we love him.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're recording, so I can't do my hand motion back to you. But go ahead, Kel.
Right. But it's, there's so many, the entrepreneurial journey, the journey to whatever success means for you is not a straight line. It's over hill and dale and squiggly and ups and downs and peaks and valleys. And it's amazing highs and horrible lows. And you've got to have something that is your compass that keeps you putting one foot in front of the other. Like she says, through all of the no's, through all of the naysayers, through all the people like roll their eyes at you and go, yeah, right. You're never going to amount to anything. This isn't a real business. This is just a scam. This is just, whatever. You got to have that. And, it does change over time. I mean, it starts out as one thing, and then it grows into something else, over time. So, somebody mentioned at the beginning, that about, I think it was Lisa, maybe about why, how your why and your vision are different. And I think that's an important distinction. So, Shelley, what would you say is the difference between your why and your vision?
That's a very good question. I'm not sure how to answer that. I don't know, because my why has always been my family, like more generalized.
Yeah.
I want to be able to provide a certain life for my family. I guess my vision would be a more specific goal. Yeah. It's more of a goal than the purpose behind the goal would be the why, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that helps me personally with the whole concept of vision is, like again, what you said a few minutes ago about how Ruth said you should take 5 minutes a day and live in your vision. It's kind of like, it's almost like, it's kind of almost like the same thing as like when you're coming up with your avatar. You have to know, you have to know what whatever your end game is. You have to know what it looks like, it feels like, it sounds like. You almost have to get down to like just the really, intimate details of it. Like if it was up to my husband, my vision would be retiring him and, and building a house with a lanai in Hawaii, So if that in fact was my vision, which is, as time goes by, is getting to be more and more my vision, what would that house look like? What would the lanai look like? How many palm trees would there be? How far would the house be from the beach? How many rooms would the house have? How would I decorate it? how many bedrooms would there be? I don't know. It's almost like you have to get that detailed so that you're fully invested in your vision. So eventually it becomes so much a part of the fiber of your being, you can't imagine never getting there.
Right, and even on top of that, when you're on the lanai, what does it smell like? What
yes.
are you drinking? What does that taste like? Like, make it that real that it's all of your senses are involved, not just what do things look like, but and then whenever you think of it, you get that feeling, and that kind of drives you, because then you crave wanting to be in that space and in that reality.
Yeah, totally. So it becomes.
Are you going to have hibiscus?
Yeah. Oh, and you want to hear something hilarious? We're at Sam's Club on Sunday doing part of our grocery shopping, and we're walking out, and what do they have? There's we're walking out, and there are trees, and I'm like, oh, look at the beautiful flowers on those trees. They were like 4 or 5 feet tall. They were hibiscus trees, and they had beautiful hibiscus flowers. And of course I got
hibiscus trees.
What?
You will have to have hibiscus trees.
Right. But I
will have an avocado tree.
Yeah, but I got kind of weepy because my mother-in-law, Lisa's mother, taught my son Sean all the flowers, and he could look at any flower, and he could tell you what it was in nature, but he used to always call the hibiscus hibiki.
A hibiki tree.
And I said to my husband, you need to buy me one of those trees. And he's like, well, why would I do that? And I said, well, Mother's Day is coming. And he's like, you're not my mother. Oh, cut me to the core. Anyway.
Oh.
So, yes, vision. Yeah. Your brother.
I just had a vision.
Your brother. Okay.
Well, yeah. What can I say?
Yes. All right. So.
Gosh.
I'm so mad.
Iris. The iris was Auntie Lisa's favorite flower.
So amethyst.
Yes.
Earlier when you asked me about whether we were going to be meeting tonight and doing one of our get the skinny chats, and then you wanted to know what you were talking about. I said, we're going to talk about vision, and you said that was apropos. So what did you mean by that?
That's right on time for me.
Okay, in what way?
Well, when I get overwhelmed and I don't have enough time in a day, some days are like that, especially at work, and I got to work overtime and the drive home and everything. I just need that vision.
Okay, so have you started, you may not have your vision fully developed at this point. You may. I mean, where is your vision? How is your vision progressing for your?
I would like to retire ASAP.
Okay. So what does retirement look like for you? And how many years do you want to retire? And where do you want to retire? See, those are the kinds of things you have to think about, right?
I want to be retired.
Like, I don't want to have to
drive to work every day.
What are you going to do instead?
I want to, as Tom says, I want to be retired from the gatekeeper.
Okay.
Right. So, goodbye gatekeeper. Now, what does your day look like?
What does what?
What does your day look like when you don't have to commute back and forth to your job anymore? What are you going to do with your time?
Well, I could definitely devote more time to this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever else I want to do or need to do.
But that's not a vision, though. You have to know what
What's not a vision?
You need to picture what you want to do with your time so that you have something to drive
towards. Freedom to do what I want, when I want, where, when, why, and how.
She's come alive.
I can relate because I don't have a vision that's any deeper than that, to be honest with you, but it's enough to drive me. The thought of having to get a job makes me so sick to my stomach. I could never, ever, 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 ever let that happen again.
You have an anti.
Do
You know
what?
what
No,
you
it's
don't
not
want.
an anti-vision. It's just not the vision that I guess everybody else wants me to have. And I would submit to you, for the average person, no, that's not accurate. For almost everybody, and I don't even know if this is true, to be honest with you, but they say that you have to involve all your senses, and I think that's helpful to do that. So I don't discount any of that stuff whatsoever. So I guess I can only speak on my behalf, and I shouldn't add any lib to it. But for me personally, I didn't need anything deeper than I just don't want to have a job or a gatekeeper, as Amethyst said. And I got ideas of what I'd like to do. Like, I think it would be cool if our team got to a point where we went on a team cruise or a team trip somewhere. I've always had that vision. That was pretty consistent. That hasn't happened yet. I'd like it to happen, but it's not a deal breaker for me. The deal breaker for me is if I lost my vision of, I guess, just not having to need a job.
Right.
I'm right there with Tom. I mean, that's where it's exactly how I feel. I've been saying for years, I need to retire for several years. I'm like, because like, and then there's another thing that Tom says, because then you're free to be who you want to be, who you are, and you ain't gotta like bow under some corporate BS, which I'm sick of, totally. You gotta act a certain way, you gotta talk a certain way, you can't say this, you can't say that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta, management can talk to you however they want, they want respect, you gotta give them respect, but they don't respect you.
Yep. Got to sell your mind, body, and your soul every day. Oh, it's awful.
Know that.
Oh, and then you gotta watch out because perception is everything. Well, how the hell do I know what you're going to perceive the way I said something? Now I got to worry about that. There's my vision. Tell me I don't have a vision.
I like your vision.
Well, yeah, you got an excellent vision. So
Yeah, you got pretty deep there.
okay, yeah, right. So there's nothing from nothing, and I'm sure Tom can back me up on this. Maybe there are Beachbody coaches out there that are. I mean, what about this the nurse? Okay, it's always backwards when we see the recording. I don't know which way to point, but the point is that there are people that build this business, 5 minutes at a time, 10 minutes at a time, 2 minutes at a time, and I understand. I get it. By the time you get done with your soul crushing job, and your commute, okay. There's not, you don't have a lot left, but I get that. But
because I'm a sleeper too. I have to have my
passionate to me. You sound pretty damn passionate to me. How are you going to use this passionate vision of yours to give you that extra oomph, spend maybe 30 extra minutes a day or whatever to build your business? Because it sounds like you got some pretty potent fuel there.
Whenever I can, whenever I can fit it in. I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
Because like yesterday, I had a little bit of downtime today in work, and I actually finished listening to a Ray Higgin live thing that I caught a couple weeks ago. I'm still not finished because I want to take notes, but I had a little bit of time to do that today in work, so I utilized that time to do that because it was something that was something that really works for me. That I really like what he was saying, so wanted to listen to that. But yesterday it was like bam, 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 bam. There was no downtime at all, and I had to work overtime because 2 people were out. So then, I come home.
Do you work?
I didn't come home. I had to do my grocery shopping because I had to get my lunch for the week. By the time I got home, it was 10:30 at night. And then I need to exercise and eat, go to bed. That was it. That's all the time I had yesterday.
Do you work 7 days a week?
No, I don't. But then I'm like always playing catch up on the weekends because I can't do anything during the week. Like if I have to, whatever, bill shopping, whatever, stuff like that. And then occasionally I make time to go out because I got to have some playtime. It can't be all work and no play for Bonnie.
Alrighty then. Well, just things to think about. All right. Tom,
I guess whatever puts the fire in the belly is going to be the right answer. Like if somebody recites their vision and it doesn't put a fire in the belly, then they got to work on their vision. And there's not really anybody else that has to understand it, I think, as long as they understand it themselves, because it just puts a fire in the belly. That's the most important thing, I think.
And that was very inspirational to see too, because now I can see what fire looks like.
Yeah, it has to make you feel that way. It really does.
That's incredibly inspiring. Thank you.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. See it on display, the fire in the belly on display. That's pretty cool. Because that's unscripted, that's raw, that's organic.
I like that.
Yeah, and guess what? You didn't have to worry about how you said it or
Exactly.
how we were going to take it or keeping up appearances or being PC or what
Polished or anything.
Just be me. I got to be me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Has anybody's vision evolved over time? Any started out one place and ended up another place, whether you attained your original vision or not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it evolves over time, absolutely. So some people's vision will devolve because they run into stumbling blocks, and instead of figuring it out, they will shrink their vision to meet them just above where they're at right now, so that they don't die. Real inspiring. And then there's other people that that won't shrink their vision. They'll just do whatever they have to figure it out to make it happen. And then as it happens, maybe it gets more defined. They learn things about themselves, so it gets adjusted. And when they achieve things, I don't know, they see other things that maybe they want to achieve and how their vision is going to evolve will, I guess, be anchored to that. So yeah, there's a lot of things at play that affects the vision, whether it's for better or for worse.
Yeah, totally. It completely it's fluid. I mean, you can't be rigid about your vision either.
The most important thing is that we never, ever shrink our vision because things got too hard, and we just want to match it where we're at now so that we don't die.
Right.
That's the most important thing.
That's how I feel when I get overwhelmed. Or, when I feel like I don't have enough time in a day.
Mm-hmm. I think, for me personally anyway, if I start to feel overwhelmed, and I haven't felt that in a very long time, just to be forthright, but I do remember when I would start to feel that way, I would just take a break. I don't want to get, clinically exhausted or anything, or I'm in the hospital. Sometimes you have to take a break, meditate, do whatever, do a workout.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally.
Just don't let the break extend, into days worth.
That is one thing I don't sacrifice. That's like my number one priority. I know some people say the business has to be your number one priority, but my number one priority right now is my workout. That is not.
Well, how cool. It happens to be part of your business. So in a way, that still is business, is still your priority.
It is, yeah.
But, yeah, that's I'm freaking amazed at my results that I have gotten with this program. I mean, like I put it to the test and it's just, I'm just blown away. I knew I would get results, but I didn't know I would get this result. I'm in a top now that I couldn't wear 3 months ago.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man. I'm like, and so I was I had to go to the mall on Sunday. This young boy asked for my phone number. It was like in his 20s. It was 24, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Did you give it to him?
I did.
Nice.
I ain't got time though, but I did.
Yeah, I gave him my number, but I don't have time.
You know, get him while he's young, because if he's like most dudes, he's gonna fall behind in a few years.
Like I was in a shirt that I couldn't fit in before, so I'm out of my what I call my fat girl frumpy baggy shirts. I don't have to wear anymore. I can fit my tight ones again. So I'm just all ecstatic. I'm just really ecstatic.
All right.
Look, that is amazing.
I did I got a question for you guys. So has anybody else done the P90X3?
My son's doing it, but I haven't done it.
Because the one workout I really like is my favorite was the MMX. So I was wondering what other programs like would incorporate that style. You know, Tom?
Yeah, Shelly said it.
Tour de force.
Okay.
Yeah, quarter force is fun.
Oh, you love that.
Yeah, it's a fun program.
It is a fun
I don't do that one. Right now I'm just repeating this one because I hadn't had time to see what I wanted to do next.
Yeah, but if you like that part of it, you'll like quarter force a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. That one was only in the that particular workout was only in the program 6 times. I counted. This is my favorite one. I'm like, oh, it's only in here 6 times.
Well, Amethyst, how was my live feed that you watched tonight? Was that cool? What did you think of it?
Oh my, well, what you said or the background?
Just all of it. All of it. Just like the scene, the setting, all of it.
Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. I want to see that lake in the summer. That's really nice.
It is really nice. And I'm glad I've got that beautiful open body of water to do videos by.
Yeah. And the sunrise on it is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's amazing. I always like the sun on the water. Like whenever I'm on a cruise, I love watching the sunrise, the sunset. It's amazing. And the moon. I like the moon too on the water, the way the moon shines on the water if you're on a cruise. It's really
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah, it is. So how did you like the idea that I had of, somebody asked me some really great questions, I might as well make a video out of it.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Yeah.
That's sort of along the lines of thinking like an entrepreneur, thinking, oh, these are questions I bet a lot of other people have on their brain. So why not?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I miss Lake Michigan. I grew up next to Lake Michigan. It's amazing feeling to have such a huge body of fresh water that's alive. It pulls you. It's very emotional to live near a lake, a great lake.
I'm there every day.
That's so awesome. I love
Milwaukee Fest.
So you might say, Tom, you have a vision to be by Lake Michigan every day.
Well, I'm already there.
Like right next to every moment of every day.
I'm there to be. I'm there in the context exactly the way that you said it, to visit Lake Michigan every day. I'm already there. I'm visiting Lake Michigan every day.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I leave for Las Vegas by the way, I'm going to the annual Health, Healing, and Happiness Weekend Conference that has something to do with the industry that we are in, health and wellness and fitness and stuff. So I'll be able to write that off my taxes and be a great trip. I'll learn things that I'll make videos from and maybe generate more leads for the Beachbody business. So that'll be pretty cool.
Very cool.
While you're there, think about where we can meet for our team meeting.
Oh, I've thought about that for years. I've got all kinds of ideas.
Oh, I just got approved for the 2B Mindset exclusive.
All right, cool.
I
Way
just,
to go.
the notification just popped up.
Nice. That's pretty exciting.
Exciting.
Did they send you an email? I didn't even get an email that said I was confirmed in it.
I got the email today.
I did
I
too.
bought it a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, the email came today, and it was kind of sheepish the way that they worded it. They said, well, you know, in the event that you didn't get the original email.
That we didn't send you.
That we didn't send you. Shelley, thank you for sending the link.
And requested it. You know, I just was like, I want to be in it, so I'm going to ask. I did what I was supposed to get into it. So.
Right.
But actually, one of my challengers who bought it the day it came out has already lost 6 pounds.
All right, cool.
That's a pound a day.
Wow.
Wow.
And that's a story worth sharing.
And that came from Patty.
Water first, veggies most.
Yep.
What was that?
Water
Don't
first.
give it away.
What?
I said, don't give it away.
Oh.
I'm just teasing. That's, you know, that's pretty much a standard thing. That's not anything.
No.
Beer is mostly water.
What I do is when I go to bed, I have a cup of water on the nightstand, and I don't typically drink it during the night. So first thing when I get up in the morning is I just chug it.
Especially if it's Miller or Budweiser, it's almost all water, I'd argue.
Natural
That's
light
true.
is probably the most amount of water.
What is it?
Natural light.
Oh, yeah. So I guess I don't drink enough water because I typically do micro beers when I drink beer. I don't get that much water. I drink more water. Logical, right?
Logical.
We're all staring because there's less.
I know, it's gonna end.